Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM, what areas of your business it can address, and how my company, Wizard Systems, can help you with any CRM implementation or project you're considering there. Now, we run these short presentations every Friday, normally at 10 a.m. UK time. We focus on different aspects of workbooks each week, and today I'm going to take you through a closer look at email marketing and specifically the MailChimp integration with workbooks. Now, this presentation will be approximately 30 minutes in duration, so this is just a basic session. Every company uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different requirements. I wouldn't have enough time this morning to go over all of the extensive capabilities of workbooks. So after this session, if you want to explore workbooks in more detail, and hopefully you will, we'd love to organize a one-to-one session with you and obviously go through your specific needs and requirements. Also on the call today, we've got some people already trialing workbooks and some people who've never seen it before. So excuse me if I'm going over some information you may already know about workbooks that's familiar to you. I've got to go at the speed of the slower, so to speak. And we've got about, looks about 33, 34 people on the call this morning. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute, so don't worry about any background noises your end. If you've got any questions, please think of any questions as we go through. Please type those into the questions section on your meeting control panel that might be lurking in the top right corner of your screen, and I'll cover those as best I can at the end. Also, this session is being recorded. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please register for the next session. And after the presentation, you should receive an automated email from our system with a link to the recording, which you can share with your colleagues. Okay, so let's get started then. Just a brief mention about my company, Wizard Systems. For those of you that don't know too much about us, we are an independent reseller of different CRM solutions. Workbooks is a very popular system we supply. And as you may know already, you subscribe to workbooks. So there's nothing to install. And we've got customers that do their own thing with workbooks, set their own system up, teach themselves how to use it. There's lots of help resource in workbooks. But if you need any help along the way, we're here to assist you, either doing the whole implementation for you, setting the whole thing up, training all your staff. We can train you at your location. You can come to us. We're based just north of Bristol, or we can do training online and providing all the ongoing ad hoc support. Or maybe there's just specific little bits you need help on, maybe migrating data from an older system or Excel spreadsheets, or customizing the system in some way, or tweaking a report for you. Any aspect there, we're here to assist you. Partially or totally for you, so please let us know. And of course, when we discuss things in more detail with you, the main thing we want to find out is what are you looking to achieve with the implementation of workbooks and CRM? What are the issues you're looking to solve? What are the objectives you're trying to attain? Are you replacing an older CRM system? Are you just starting up in business and you recognize you need a central system to start tracking your leads and your prospects and your sales activities? Are you looking to get better marketing, track sales and quotes more effectively, acquire more customers, improve customer service, or a combination of all of those? That's the thing, the major thing we want to get at, and that's of course how we can measure in a few months' time after the implementation. In a few months' time, that's how we can see, and we can look back and see how successful we all are in this endeavor. So, what is Workbooks? Well, it's a central, ready-made system for managing your leads, prospects, and customers in one place, tracking your interactions with those people. There's some marketing tools in there that we're going to focus on today. to help you be more targeted with your communications with your customers. Now, unusually for a CRM system, we're able to do sales quotes, and also there's an option for creating orders and invoices with Workbooks. There's 2 different editions of Workbooks that you can sign up for when you go for Workbooks. There's CRM Edition or Business Edition. Now, CRM Edition will allow you to go up to quote stage as part of a sales process, and if you want to create orders and invoices and all the financial stuff, then you need Business Edition, and you can mix and match these 2 editions together. I'll cover prices towards the end of these 2 editions, but just bear that in mind, CRM or business, and you can mix and match these 2 together. We also can track customer service. So in your business, do you track customer calls, complaints, issues, problems? Do you have a technical department or a help desk? Then Workbooks could be utilized by them as well, thereby achieving better teamwork in your company, support people and salespeople. And of course, it's a management tool as well, a great tool for helping you make decisions in your business. And it's a UK system. All the data is in the UK, 100% cloud, nothing to install. You don't need to worry about backups or upgrades. Workbooks is a highly respected system, gets great reviews on any independent websites that you look at, particularly from a point of view of affordability and ease of use and quick time for implementation. And Workbooks won CRM Product of the Year 2013 in the this is the UK, CRM Product of the Year 2013 and 2014. It's won many other industry awards out there. Workbooks has also been certified in all of the 6 releases now of the government G Cloud certification program. So that means if you're local government or central government and you want to use a cloud application, well, Workbooks meets the government's approval, and so it gives you that nice, warm, comfortable feeling that your data is secure. Last year, 2014, with Workbooks, we had a 99.99% uptime. It's always going to be there for you wherever you are, and the subscription also allows you to access the system via a smartphone or tablet. This morning I'm going to show it to you via Chrome. So just focusing on contact management teams, you've got a ready-made, essentially a database for tracking your leads, prospects and customers. You can easily customize the system. So shortly when I show you the system, fields, these screens can be changed. You can take fields away, add fields to it very easily, no programming required. You can also deploy different security levels. So in your company, do you need to hide information? Do you need to make information read-only? Do you want to prevent some people deleting stuff? You can do all that very easily with Workbooks. Of course, you're managing all of your activities in the system. Every day, customer-facing people have got calls, meetings, tasks to do. You're tracking all of that in Workbooks. You're delegating activities to other people as well. You're not working in a vacuum. You're sharing this activity information. So over time, you're building up a wonderful history of what's going on with that client, which can be tremendously useful from a service point of view. We integrate with any email system. We also provide an optional Outlook integration that's called the Workbooks Outlook Connector. That's its official name. And this optional add-on, if you're using Outlook, will allow you to integrate all of your emails and also allow you to share in a bi-directional way your tasks, your calendar and your contacts between Outlook backwards and forwards. That's a very popular add-on option for Workbooks users, particularly if they're using Outlook or Exchange. And as I've said already, in your subscription, you have access via a smartphone or a tablet. There's a different login process, very straightforward, but you get essentially a simpler version of Workbooks on your mobile device because obviously of the smaller screen size, particularly on a smartphone. So marketing is what we're going to concentrate on this morning, and you've got an easy way of populating your workbook system with a very comprehensive import capability. So if you've got numerous Excel spreadsheets now, you go to an exhibition and you pick up a bunch of leads from the show, you buy in a database, you acquire another company. Data can easily be imported in a CSV, comma, separated value format. There's a very common format out there. So anything can be converted to CSV to plonk into workbooks. And you can easily export any data from workbooks as well, just a small part of it or the whole database if you wish. You can also get leads into your system. If you've got a form on your website, most people have got a contact form on their website, and if people do take the trouble to fill in that form and they hit the submit button, that form can be integrated into workbooks. We actually provide a sample form for you, and there's automation within workbooks so that when that lead comes into workbooks, things start happening automatically. It doesn't fall into a black hole somewhere and gathers dust and is not contacted back. You'll be alerted by default with an email in your inbox to let you know that you've got a new lead. So a nice way of integrating with your website there. Now, when we're doing some email marketing, most companies are already carrying out email marketing activities with various tools out there. There's a plethora of different web-based email marketing tools, and with workbooks you've got an easy way of creating your target list of the people that are going to receive your newsletter or your bulletin, your promotion or whatever. And we integrate in your subscription with workbooks, we integrate with 3 very popular systems, and some of you may be familiar with these already. MailChimp is the most popular one, and that's the one I'm going to concentrate on this morning. We also link with Constant Contact and .mailer. So you create your list of who you're going to email in workbooks. That list is uploaded to one of these 3 accounts. These 3 accounts will allow you to create your professional looking HTML email template, email message. They will deliver the message, of course, to your targeted recipients, and then with the integration back into workbooks comes automatically comes updates from one of these systems as regards the emails you sent, the emails that people opened, click-through links, and also observing, particularly with the MailChimp integration, observing and seeing soft bounce, hard bounce. So you're sending out an email and the email address physically doesn't exist, so it has a hard bounce back to you. And of course, finally, opt out. Maybe the customer wants to unsubscribe from your mailings, but you're still holding them as a record in the workbook system. But workbooks won't allow you, and these 3 systems, they won't allow you to email. They will prevent you emailing inadvertently to someone that's unsubscribed or opted out of your mailings. Quick mention about quotation management. So this is all built into workbooks, an easy way of creating a quote, a nice looking quote. So you can manage the whole sales quote process through workbooks. You can store your price list in workbooks. You can import that pricing information into workbooks. If you get a price list from a supplier, for example, you can define one or many quotation layouts. These are defined in a PDF format, and you can email. Once you've created your quotes, you can email directly from workbooks. Everything is tracked in the workbook system, so you can see at a glance all the quotes you've done in total, or against a specific customer, or against an opportunity. So it's all integrated with the opportunity and sales forecasting system in workbooks, and that is a great way of keeping on top of your sales projects. And remember, if you've got business edition of workbooks, you then got the option of converting the quote to an order or straight to an invoice, and there's also options for tracking customer contracts as well. So if you've got any maintenance contracts or things like that in your business, we've got that covered also. Quick mention about customer service. If this is not relevant to you, you can turn this capability off so it doesn't interfere with your usage of workbooks, but a great way on a separate screen of tracking service issues, applying deadlines to those. It's all very customizable, so you tell it what information you want to track about these service calls. Of course, you're building up over time a wonderful history of these issues. You can spot trends and report on what are the most common issues we're getting, which customer is giving us the most issues, and you're building up almost like a knowledge base of FAQs and typical solutions there. Last slide before we dive into the demo proper. So putting your manager's hat on, a great way of tracking all of your sales activities here, as you can appreciate. If we're able to measure what's going on there in workbooks, then we're able to better manage our business, and that's the whole idea about the reporting system and the dashboards in workbooks. Great tools. There's about 50 ready-made reports in workbooks in different categories. So, and you can create your own reports as well, of course, very easily done. On any aspect, any information on workbooks can be tracked and reported on. And a key focus for many of our clients is keeping a track of their marketing and sales activities with the opportunity system there. Okay, let's dive into workbooks proper then. So apologies again if this is familiar to you, but here we are in workbooks. I've just logged in with my email address and password, all very secure, and I'm showing workbooks to you this morning with Chrome. But straight away, for those of you that haven't seen workbooks before, it should look fairly familiar to you. You can see here it looks like your Windows desktop, with down in the bottom left corner there's your start button. So everything emanates from there, and depending on your access levels, when we set up users in the system, we can define what they have or haven't got access to. I'm logged on here as an active user, so I've got access to most capabilities in workbooks here. I'm logged on as a person here called Tony, and there's my start menu, and just to the right of that we've got a Google-like search box. We can type in there any word or phrase and it will find it for us faithfully in the system. So from that start button and the start menu here, we can access all of the key elements of a proper CRM solution, with right at the top there the people and organizations you work with. So if I select people first of all, this is a pretty typical display or window that pops up here, rather like Excel, row by row, summarizing all the people in my system. There they are in alphabetical order. You can decide what columns you see here as you're browsing through your contacts. You can also put people into different lists or groups. They're called views in workbooks. You can easily segment and profile people there. If I dive into somebody's record in a bit more detail here, so let's look at a person called Alan. Now here we are, another window's popped up with some tabs running across the top there. More on those tabs in a minute. But on this main tab, this is the key information about Alan. So we can see here, this is typically what you get with workbooks if you started using it right now, a ready-made screen. But all of this can be changed by you. If there's some fields here you look at, you don't like, or they're not relevant to your business, no problem. You just remove those from this form. And you can add on your own fields, your own custom fields as well if you want to track some specific information. It's very easy to create your own fields. And then running across the top there, we can see everything that's been going on with Alan. We've got a general notes screen where we can upload files. If you've got any Word documents, Excel spreadsheets that can be associated with that contact. Your sales activities. What have you been doing with this client? What types of activities have been going on? Who in your company has been doing them? And you can create new ones very easily from here. There's a few other places where you can create those activities as well. And remember, with the Outlook integration, all of these activities can be shared in a bi-directional way. Any emails, whatever email system you're using, can be tracked there. So emails you send and receive, they can be copied over to Workbooks very simply. And in fact, it can be set up to automatically happen as well, together with the attachments. So you can dive into those and see all of the email information that's going on there. And so on. Opportunities, if you're interested in sales opportunities, there you are. You can dive into these opportunities and see more information about that particular sales project, a potential sale that's coming into the company. Now, what I want to focus on a little bit this morning is the email marketing capabilities of Workbooks, dovetailing with a typical system like MailChimp. So let me just close down all these windows here. Let me just clear my desktop there. It's a nice little easy button down there to close all those windows on your desktop. And what I want to take you through, first of all, is the marketing section of Workbooks. And there's a concept of campaigns. And this is where we start to link Workbooks with MailChimp. So if I go into campaigns here, and campaigns will be newsletters you do, promotions you send out, any other communication. They're normally stored as separate campaigns. So here we see in this window, like we saw with our list of people before, all of the campaigns we've got on the go right now. If I click into one of these here, Workbooks MailChimp Campaign, this will fire up another window. Again, we've got those tabs running across the top there. Initially, we're on the main tab, the main information about this marketing campaign. And if you want to, you can put in some extra information, dates about this marketing campaign if you want to, financial figures, what's your cost, what are your budgets that you want to achieve as regards sales activities there. And once you've integrated MailChimp with Workbooks, the integration will manifest itself in three areas. First of all, on this campaign screen, there's a little MailChimp summary section here. So if I just expand out that there, automatically coming back into Workbooks at a frequency you decide will be updates here, significant updates on the number of emails that you've sent out in this campaign, and a summary there of opens and click-throughs as well. Secondly, running across the top here, we've got a tab called Members, and it shows you there 5. So these are 5 people that are getting this newsletter or this communication or on this campaign. And here we see them row by row, summarized here, and I can, do you see this little bottom scroll bar? Just scroll over to the right, and we can see other information about the responses of these people to this email campaign. Now, anywhere where you see rows and rows of information in Workbooks, you can always click into one of these column headers there, and where you see that downward pointing chevron, you can then, from this little local menu, actually display additional columns. So any of you that are interested in email marketing, you'll see here that there's some additional columns, email soft bounce. We could display email hard bounce. And as you display those, you will instantly see those extra columns appear. So you can easily customize this sort of summary display here, showing you all of the people that are on that campaign. I'll tell you in a minute how these people get on that campaign in the first place, but you could actually add them from here. There's a number of ways of getting people onto a campaign. There we are there, from reports, from lists, from previous campaigns. And essentially, the people that are on this tab, they're going to be uploaded automatically to your MailChimp system, and the emails will go out. Now, after the emails have gone out through MailChimp, you can dive back to a client's record. So let's look at James here. We saw Alan earlier, but let's look at James. And of course, in a similar way, up comes James's record with the tabs running across the top. Then if I click on the MailChimp Activity tab, this will show me the most recent 100 activities that have been going on with MailChimp. So down the left-hand side here, do you see this MailChimp Activity column? We can see the emails they've been sent, what was the actual name of the campaign, the emails they sent, the emails they opened, and right at the top here, right, they actually clicked on something, so we can actually see the landing page that they went to as well. So very useful information when you're calling a client to see what responses they've made against these particular campaigns, which will assist you in your selling and service activities there. Another way that people can get on a campaign, if I just close down all these windows there, is back to the start menu, and we saw people earlier on, and there's all the people in my system. You've got these different groups or lists, but it's very easy to create a list and decide who wants to go on a particular campaign. With this filter button there, this is where you can drill down and specifically look at a particular search criteria. So if you want to look at job title or location or product interest, it's very easy to search for this information. So here I'm doing a very simple search on town equals Reading, and there we are. There's all of my contacts in Reading. Workbooks is very, very fast. You're not left hanging around there. And then right at the top of that list, this window, this bulk actions button, this is where we can add people to a campaign. So that's another easy way of typically getting people on a campaign. The actual initial setup of the MailChimp or integration with other mailing solutions are done in the configuration part of Workbooks. So down here, if you've got access to this, if you're the administrator of your system, a very simple way of changing any aspect of Workbooks here in the configuration section. And right in the middle there, email and integration options. There's my MailChimp section there. And essentially, here is the glue that links MailChimp to Workbooks and allows the two applications to talk with each other with this so-called API key. Now this is all, the integration, the actual setup of the MailChimp is very nicely described in one of the many training videos available for Workbooks. So on my Workbooks desktop here, there's a little training videos shortcut. If I click on that, that launches up a new tab. And here are some common training videos here. It's all up on YouTube as well. But there we are down the bottom there, integrating with MailChimp. It's about 8 or 9 minutes duration, nothing tedious, very easy to set up. And we're here to assist you. Our company is here to assist you any step of the way. So there we are, quick run through the MailChimp link and the similar integrations with Constant Contact and .mailer as well. Okay, just a little mention about pricing now. There's an annual subscription with Workbooks, and here's the 2 editions, CRM edition and Business edition. Business edition slightly more per year, per annum. You need to add VAT on top of this because Business edition does allow you to do orders, invoices, all the financial stuff to do with Workbooks. There's also some optional add-ons. Outlook is a very popular one. We also have add-ons for managing contracts, multi-company. There's an advanced security add-on. You can get extra storage as well. There's a Sage 50 integration. We are about to launch a Xero integration and QuickBooks integration. And finally, budget for any implementation help. Of course, you can do your own thing with Workbooks, and there's lots of help resources in the system, but we're here to assist you any step of the way, any implementation help you need. Okay, we're nearly done then. I'd just like to open out our presentation this morning to any questions you may have, so please locate that question section, and I'll do my best to read out those questions. I'll just give your first name out. I won't give any other details about your last name or your company, but just pop in those details there, and I'll do my best to answer those for you. So first question from Gordon. you showed a client screen. There was a LinkedIn screen as that standard. It's very easy to set up integrations with many other social network platforms, and it's a 1-minute job, Gordon. As long as you're using LinkedIn and you've got an account there, it's very easy to set up that integration with LinkedIn. Next question from, looks like AD. How do you change pick lists in workbooks? That is very easily done in the configuration part of workbooks. Again, we saw that earlier, AD, so down to configuration here. And in this customization section, we've got pick lists. And these are all the drop-down lists. When you click into a field, and there's a window of all the, in some kind of sequence, all the common entries for that field, that entry. Those are all pick lists, and there they all are there. 4 pages of pick lists, and you can create a new one here, or if you go into one of these pick lists, this is where you can actually change all the entries. There you are, AD. Hopefully that answered your question there. I don't think there's any more questions coming through, so it just remains for me to thank you all for your attendance this morning. If you want to dive into workbooks in more detail, please contact us. There's my contact details, tim@wizard-systems.com. Our website is wizard-systems.com or .co.uk. You can see all our workbook services up there. And remember, if you want to get on a trial, please let us know. If you want a quotation, if you've decided that Workbooks is the right system for you and want to finalize some pricing, please contact me and we can send you a quotation for you. But thanks very much for your time, everyone, and have a good day. Thank you.